Hello everyone, hope you all are doing well. So in this video we'll discuss the third problem of Leetcode Weekly Contest 337. It's a medium level problem, but the accuracy is on the lower side. A good problem to solve. I'll tell you why. In fact, I also had a unsuccessful submission, and that was because of usage of set. So I'll let you know. So the number of beautiful subsets. Okay, you are given an array nums of positive integers and a positive integer k. Okay, a subset of nums is beautiful if it does not contain two integers with an absolute difference equals to k. Okay, now return the number of non-empty beautiful subsets of the array nums. A subset of nums is an array that can be obtained by deleting some, possibly none, elements from the nums. Okay, now two subsets are different if and only if the chosen indices to delete are different. Okay, so you are given an array. Okay, find all the subsets which are beautiful. Okay, which are beautiful. Now what is a beautiful subset? A subset is beautiful if it doesn't contain two integers with an absolute difference equals to k. Simple. Like for example, in this case 2 4 6 are beautiful and 2 and 6 is also beautiful because the absolute difference between any two elements is not equal to 2. However, if you take 2 and 4, so you can see the absolute difference between these two elements, okay, is 2. So that's it. A brute force approach that would come to your mind is seeing the constraint is I have 20 elements. So I can generate all the subsets and check for the validity. So 2 raised to 20 subsets will be generated and I check whether each and every subset is beautiful or not. Okay. And that's a perfectly fine solution. But the problem here is usage of data structure. Okay, and what are the optimizations that I can do? So the first thing I'll tell you step by step as to why my solution failed and what I did to get it accepted. So the first thing was I did not sort the array. I just picked this array and found out all the subsets. Okay, and I created a utility function, or just skip it. What I did is while I was generating a subset, okay, I took a set. Like if I explain it here, so here I took a set, okay, and this is the code to generate one subset. Okay, I took a set and in that I was adding elements. Now suppose the current element that I have to add is x. So I check that is x minus k or x plus k. If any of these is present, that it will be an invalid subset, right? So I skipped the loop and I came out of the loop, right? But what I saw was set, usage of set was giving me clearly, and I replaced this set with a boolean array and it got accepted. Okay, it got accepted because obviously accessing an element in a, what do you call it, an array will be faster than set. Okay, also the other thing that I did was one thing I forgot. The other thing that I did was I sorted the array. Why did I sort the array? I sorted the array because suppose my elements are sorted. Okay, and I am on the current element. I am generating a subset and this is my element having value x. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to only check for x minus k. I have to only check for x minus k because x plus k obviously is not visited because that is present on my right hand side. I am coming from the left hand side, right? So the number of checks decreases. Okay, it can get accepted in your language or suppose you use some other logic, but the core logic here is that generate all the subsets and check for the validity. Now we are doing optimizations in finding the validity. So if you sort the array, you just have to find one, you just have to find the presence of one element. And how do you find the presence? Initially I used set, that was giving me TLE, so I replaced it with a boolean array and that got accepted. Okay, so now let me show you the exact code what I did. Okay, nothing fancy. Okay, nothing fancy, and I think this is the reason usage of different data structure is giving TLE, and that is the reason of so low accuracy. Okay, so just see, initially my answer is 0. This is nums of length. This is the total number of subsets that I can generate. Okay, and I sort the array. Now I start from 1. Why I did not start from 0? Because 0 means you do not pick any element, right? In the current subset you do not pick any element, but it says that non-empty beautiful subsets, right? So 0 will be skipped. Okay, now what I do, j equals to 0. J is a variable which will keep track of which element I am adding or I'm considering to be added. Okay, current is this, Now this is the boolean array that I take to check the presence, and this is a variable to check is my current set valid or invalid, because as soon as I find x minus k, I just make it invalid and I break the loop. Okay, so while current is greater than 0, if just see, if current and 1 means if the bit position for the current element is 1, so you add the element. Okay, but before adding, check whether it's valid or not. So how do you check? Nums of j is my current element and minus k. If this is greater than 0 and it is present, it is already seen. Okay, so that means this combination is invalid. You make it false, you break the loop. Else you add it in your set by doing this, scene of nums.j equals to true, and you increment your array and you divide it by 2. Simple. There's the trivial code of generating all the subsets. Now after you come out of this loop, after you have generated the current subset, if this is still valid, that means this variable is still true, that means there was no conflict, and you increment your answer, and finally you return your answer. Okay, so that's it for this code. Again, reiterating, you just need to check which data structure you are using. In case you are getting TLE, try to optimize on data structures, try sorting, because sorting will decrease the number of comparisons. Okay, core logic is same, it's all about the optimization, because we are exactly on the edge case seeing the constraints, and that is why it is giving you TLE, right? So yeah, I hope you learned something new from this video. Do support it by giving a thumbs up, do subscribe to the channel as well. In case of any queries, mention that into the comment section. I'll revert on each one of them. Thank you, take care, bye bye.